This is Arvind Vora, founder of Vora Method and author of The Equation for Excellence, How to Make Your Child Excel at Math. And in this video, we're going to talk about combining like terms. Combining like terms, people make more mistakes with this than anything, but here's the fact. In order to do this well, you only need two skills. The first skill is you need to be able to count. The second skill is you need to be able to do nothing at all. Second one's the hard part, but I'll show you both of them. Let's start off with this. Let's say you have a dog. You had another dog. What do you have now? This is the easy part. This is the counting one. Dog plus another dog, just two dogs. That's all there is to it. Or in math, as we just say, two dog. Now, what if you have a dog and you add a cow? Well, what do you have now? Well, you don't have two dogs. You don't have two cows. And you don't have like this single weird dog cow kind of strange monster. What do you have? This is where the hard part comes in. Sometimes what you need to do is nothing at all. So if you have a dog plus a cow, you have a dog plus a cow. That's it. Nothing changes. And that's the tricky area in math. Sometimes you just literally need to do absolutely nothing. Let's say you have this. You have 3 men plus 4 men. Well, we can just count it up, right? You have 3 men. You get 4 more men. You can count on your fingers. What do you have? You have 7 men. But what if you have 3 men plus 4 ostrich? Well, what are we going to do here? This is where you got to do that hard thing, that difficult thing, that super challenging thing in math. 3 men plus 4 ostriches, it's not 7 men. It's not 7 ostriches. It's not like a half man, half ostrich. You know what it is? Here's where you have to do nothing. 3 men plus 4 ostrich, that's 3 men plus 4 ostrich. All right, now we can do the same thing with variables. Variables can be exactly the same basic idea. You have m plus m. Just count it up. You have 2m. All right. Let's say you have a more complicated term. You have the first term is mn, the second term is mn. You add it together. Well, this is also going to be kind of the easy one. You get 2mn. Suppose you have m squared, you add another m squared. What are you going to do? You get 2m squared. Because it's like you have one thing, you get one more of that thing, then you get 2 of that thing. Now, what about this? Oh, things got a little tricky now. You have m plus n. M and n aren't the same thing. M plus n, here's where you have to do that really hard thing, right? You have to do nothing at all. M plus n is just m plus n. What about something like mn plus n? The first term is mn. The second term is n. These are two different things. Yep, you do nothing. Mn plus n, it's just mn plus n. And that's one of those hard areas in math. Sometimes you just literally need to do nothing. The correct thing is to do nothing at all. Now, here's where sometimes people get stuck. They're like, well, if you have m squared plus m to the third, are these the same type of term? Are they different? Here's the thing. If the exponents are different, they're different. If the exponents are different at all, then they're different. And what do you do when things are different? What do you do with an m squared plus an m cubed? Or an m squared plus m to the third? That's right. You do nothing at all. Different things, when you add them up, nothing happens. What about this? Here are 2 terms that are the same, but they're all complicated looking. You have m squared n plus another m squared n. What do we do with complicated looking terms? It doesn't matter if it's complicated. It's the same thing. M squared n plus another m squared n. That's just 2m squared n. Pay close attention to this one. Don't look at this too quickly. Look at this carefully. Let your eyes rest on each term. Focus here. This says mn squared plus m squared n. Here, see this, the squared? This is the n is being squared. On this one, the m is being squared. That's not the same. Here, the exponents are on different letters. So these are not like terms. And what do you do when you have terms that are unlike, that are different? You do nothing at all. Mn squared plus m squared n, it's just mn squared plus m squared n. All right. So remember how we did that thing that was like, 3 men plus 4 men? Well, here, what did I do? I just took out the letter E, essentially, right? It's going to act basically the same. 3 mn plus 4 mn. So you have 3 of a thing and you add 4 more of a thing. You get 7 of that thing. So 3 mn plus 4 mn, 7 mn. Okay. Now what do we do here? You have 3mn plus 4mn squared. Here, there's no written exponent. Here, there's a square. There's an exponent of a 2 here on the n. So are these like terms or unlike terms? That's right, they're unlike terms. And because they're unlike, what do? You need to do nothing at all. If you can practice these two skills, one, counting things up, and two, if things are different, don't do anything at all, you're going to become amazing at combining like terms. It's one of the most important skills in algebra. If you get really, really good at this, practice this for weeks and months and years, so you're super, super amazing at this, you're going to get rid of all the mistakes that other people make. You're going to be faster at algebra. It's going to help you with calculus, GRE, SAT, GMAT, you name it, whatever you're going to do in the future with math, this is going to be a major part of that. So remember the two skills. First, counting, and second, the hard skill, doing nothing at all. If you have unlike terms, the correct thing to do is nothing at all.